Time to cough the fuck up. Okay, let's get on with it. I have a couple videos to make today, so if you get sick of seeing me, go watch The Vegan Lass, Dawn Bauer. They're awesome to watch. Always a good time with them. But there are a couple of videos that I have to make today. Coffee. Okay. Yes. I will be making a video about the girls. Okay, the Get Upset girls. I know what happened. I know. And I will do a video addressing that. But I have things for us to work on first. Okay, us being the pain patients. Okay, so that's what this video is going to be about. Somebody asked me in the comments if it was hard for me to deal with being without AC because they were very sensitive to the heat, and that is the case with us. I mean, not only was it 116 degrees outside, it was over 100 degrees in my house, and it was rough. My muscles started cramping, basic signs of dehydration, and then to end up with that the last night, I was beginning to show signs of like heat exhaustion and heat exhaustion, not heat stroke, to where like I was so hot that at first, I got that migraine, and then I got really sick, which I'd been kind of vomiting off and on all that day, but it got really bad that night, and then I broke out into chills, and that's a bad sign. When you break out into chills, you are way overheated at that point. And we are extremely sensitive to heat, but heat isn't the only thing that we're overly sensitive to. And so for the people out there that either are one of us, or that know somebody like us, this is important information for you guys to have in your arsenal on how to deal and cope with somebody like me. It's not easy. I mentioned that we are temperature sensitive. I'll say it like that because the cold also affects me in different ways. It'll make me very achy. My skin will burn, uh, like sting. But I also get the throbbing joints at that point when I'm cold. I also, how when you shiver, my whole body will like seize up into one huge Charlie horse, just my whole body. And there's really nothing I can do about that except try to stay warm. We got our AC fixed, and I swear my kids put it at like 60 degrees. I'm freezing. So I kicked it up to 70 degrees. Happy medium, guys. Happy medium. We're also really sensitive to, and there's a reason, before I touch on that one, there's a reason that we're overly sensitive. Our bodies are stuck on fight or flight. Okay, that's your adrenaline amped up all the time, and so you're extremely aware of noises, lights, touch, all of your senses, everything to do with those five senses. Okay, um, and it really does just boil down to that. Everything that your senses enable you to do become our burden. Okay, and that's the best way I can say it. It becomes our enemy. Um, noise, uh, noise sets off our anxiety, to where it's like, okay, I have to get out of here. I can't be around this. And it really just, amps us up even more, and our bodies can't take that. We broke in the first place because your body is not meant to run on fight or flight. Your body is meant to, you know, there's something dangerous there. Okay, do I fight it or do I run? That's the adrenaline kick that you get that says fight or run. Um, Normally, they attribute our bodies breaking to like an extended, prolonged stress or emotional trauma or physical trauma, car accident, anything like that. Um, and that switch gets stuck on to fight or flight. And like I said, your body is not meant to stay in that mode. It's meant to get you out of a dangerous situation and then calm, which is why most people, the adrenaline junkies out there, will, go jump out of an airplane or go bungee jump or whatever the case may be, however they get their fix. Some are roller coaster rides. They get that amped up thrill, and then their body relaxes, just totally gives out, and they need a nap or they need to rest or they're just so kicked back and relaxed. We don't get that luxury. We get the exhausted part of it, but then our insomnia kicks in. So imagine that frustration. You are totally exhausted, but you can't sleep. Okay? So so bear with me. The noise kicks up our anxiety and almost reinforces that fight or flight to where we're amped up. And then, eventually, like I said, you let down and it's like, I can't be here right now. I've got to lay down. I can't be here right now. And we go to our room, we go to, somewhere else. We go to hide, we go to heal. And people think, oh, they're doing it for attention. It's not for attention, or we would invite everybody and their dog in. We don't want attention. We want to be left alone to heal, to recover. That's what you do when you're sick. That's what we want to do when we're sick. We just want to be alone to regroup. Okay? Touch. Um, Sometimes touching or being touched hurts. Um, and again, it's that burning feeling, but it's also a deep, deep, like, I want to say bone pain. Um, it can be extremely painful just to be hugged. Um, I know that a lot of times, people will come up and they'll rub your back or kind of, grab your shoulders and massage a little bit. Yeah, not so much. Even on a good day, that's not good to someone like me. Um, that hurts. It hurts. Um, there are some days where I'm holding my coffee cup and it just slips out of my hands. My touch is not the same as everybody else's. When I bought my Jeep, I was trying to adjust the heat in it, and I had my dad with me. It was wintertime. We were in Nebraska. I had it in four-wheel drive because there was a big snowstorm. And my dad said, "How do you like your Jeep?" And I said, I love it, but I wish that the knobs had like a click, click, click that you could feel when it was, on floor or, vent or defrost." And he said, "Oh, it doesn't?" And I said, "No, it doesn't. It just turns. There's no click, click, click." And he reached over and he turned it and he said, "Renee, you can't feel that?" No. My hands are different than other people's. They don't work the same. Some days I can feel that now. That day I could not. And it just so happened to be the day that I was paying attention and didn't think I could feel it. Um, my next biggest one would probably be lights, grocery store lights, department store lights. They use fluorescent, and a lot of times other people don't notice it, but we'll notice it. They kind of flicker a little bit, and it can be very disorienting to where, like, it makes you start to get kind of dizzy and off balance, and which, kicks up your anxiety, like, holy shit, I'm going to pass out. What's going on? And come to find out it's the lights. And once you're out of that environment and you calm yourself down a little bit, you'll realize that feeling's gone. And you're able to go, okay, I know what that is now. Next time, be prepared for it. Yes, it's going to suck, but you can normally get in and out quick enough to get your stuff done, you know? Medications. We are extremely sensitive to medications, but in a different way. Some medications that work wonderfully well for some of us have no effect on others. Our systems are just backwards, and no two people are alike in the medication field. With me, I can't take Benadryl. I can't take antihistamines because they rev up my body like I've just had 20 espressos. They just amp me up. Benadryl knocks most people out, not me. Novocaine does not work on me. They had to order in some special stuff because the dentist had given me so much, and he's like, if I give you any more of this, it could literally kill you. I can't do anything else. And I was like, what do we do now? And he's like, now you come back because I have to get the other stuff in. Novocaine didn't work on me. So yeah, some of us, it works really well. Some of us, it doesn't work as well. And some of us, it works opposite. Never know until we get it and take it. Um, I mentioned that we're extremely sensitive to things because that is very much a big part of who we are. And now I'm going to kind of be silly for a second and say when people tell you, you're so sensitive, and they mean it in an emotional way. But we are. We, like my grandpa used to say about me, she bubbles or boils. I'm either extremely happy or ready to kill somebody. Um, and it's not like a bipolar thing with us, but our emotions run high. We deal with an extreme amount of pain. Okay, on a daily basis, on a minute to minute basis. We're wondering, when is it going to get better? Is it going to get better today, or is it going to get worse today? We're never sure of what our day is going to be like when we get out of bed. Okay, if we've been to bed, a lot of times we're running on no sleep or very little sleep. I slept less than 10 minutes last night. That's how my life is. I sleep very, very little and force myself to keep going, thinking maybe I'll sleep tonight. But I think because of the pain, because of the lack of sleep, and our bodies being so on point all the time, we're very emotional. It doesn't take much to make one of us cry. It doesn't take much to, hurt one of us. Um, but on the flip side of that, it also doesn't take very much to make us laugh. And laughter really is the best medicine. So I would seriously, encourage you. Keep your environment lighthearted. Don't take life too seriously. When that anxiety, hits you and kicks in, sit down, close your eyes, picture yourself on a beach or some, sandy Hawaiian or tropical place or island. Take 10 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, just real slow, real easy. Calm yourself down, get your bearings back, open your eyes, and go again. Try to see it through a whole new light because some days that's all we've got. That's the only way we have to cope or get through a situation that's totally shitty. Um, the last few days when I didn't have AC, no amount of deep breathing was going to help that situation. It was terrible. It was miserable. Um, and a lot of it to me is a blur, to be honest. And I wonder, like, how much did the heat really impact me? Like, I knew that I was sick, but I rewatched some of those videos that I did, and parts of them I didn't remember, and parts of them were just like, holy crap. My face, you can just see I was just out of it. I was so hot and so sick. Um, that's how we live, is by extremes almost, it seems like. And as long as we know how to combat those extremes and bring it back to a normal level, we've got a lot of this beat, okay? So don't give up, don't give in, calm down, take a few deep breaths, and then go again. And realize that, what they say, this too shall pass. And it does. It does. It doesn't feel like it at the time, but it passes. Um, don't dwell in that pain. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Um, but there are better ways to focus your energy. Whether that's finding silly videos to watch, or watching a silly movie, or taking a hot bath and just pampering yourself and just relaxing. Be proactive. Be productive. Um, don't force yourself to spin your wheels. Okay? We have to take control of our health. And to do that, we have to take control of our thoughts and emotions. And then we've got it. The rest is easy. So I love you guys. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you like the content of my channel, subscribe. It's not always about fibro. It's not always about veganism. We're kind of all over the board. But one thing, we always have a good time, and there's a lot of love and support here. So I love you guys. See you soon.